Now, when he was in Jerusalem at the Passover feast, many believed in his name. Again, those of us who grew up in and around church, what we heard was just believe in Jesus. And so for us, the idea of believing in Jesus is synonymous with becoming a Christian. You cannot read the Gospels necessarily that way, right? Because a lot of people at this point are going to believe in him, are going to follow him. And then what's going to happen in John 6? We already covered this a week or two ago. In John 6, when Jesus says, unless you eat my flesh and blood, you have no part with me. And what does it say? Many who believed in him ceased to follow him, ceased to be his disciples. So this isn't salvation. This is people who are believing something about Jesus. These are people who believe he's a good man, he's a good prophet, he's a good teacher, and they're believing things about him. We'll see this a little bit more when we get into John 8 in a couple of days, but many are believing in him, but there's something not quite right. They're believing that he's going to be an earthly king. They're believing that he's going to restore Israel to its kingly stature and a kind of a unified nation that hasn't existed since King Rehoboam, and the nation split to Israel and Judah, and they're believing that he's going to restore the glory that was there under King David. And so they're believing things about him, but they're still missing it. We saw just a couple of days ago how the disciples, those who were closest to him, those who followed him in his death and in his resurrection, that they struggled even to believe that he was who he says he was.